Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome back to another YouTube video, and it's yet another tier list. Once again, last week I broke down every Call of Duty title, every Call of Duty main title, I should say, and ranked them from best to worst, in my opinion. This week we're diving in a little bit more, and we're doing Warzone metas. So you might remember your own favourite meta from back in the day. Maybe you like the AMAX, maybe you like the Kilo, maybe you like the very most up-to-date ones, such as the Bren or the MP40. Maybe you like them. Well, I've broken down into how much fun I had with them now. This doesn't mean that maybe one gun was better than the other. I mean, obviously, we all know like there's been meta guns and there's not been meta guns. I'm not saying that these guns are better than this gun. It's just basically judge on how much fun I had with them. If you do like this content, then please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you want to watch me play COD live, then check me out on twitch.tv/RyanSmith_. It'd be great to have you there. And make sure you comment down below what your favourite meta was in Warzone. But for now, enjoy the video. Okay, so I've got 6 years. We've got God, Fun, Meh, Not Fun at All, the worst, and then ones that I just did not use because there's some guns in here that I just didn't use at all. So we're starting off with the AMAX. Now, it's got to be there. I refuse to put that anywhere else. It's probably my favourite meta. It was a, if you ever got to use it, it was an assault rifle. It was slow firing but very, very powerful. It had a very, very powerful shot. And I think the only reason it got nerfed really was because Cold War came out. And once we got past the DMR meta and the AUG meta and the burst meta and stuff like that, the AMAX was still the most dominant assault rifle. And I think it just got nerfed purely because people didn't have to have Cold War to be successful in Warzone. So I think that got nerfed on the back of that. It did have a high recoil rate, so it was more of a sort of high player skill level to use it. But it was a good gun. I think it still can get some work done now in Warzone, but I haven't used it for a while. But yeah, AMAX definitely God tier. The Automaton, I'm supporting meh. Now I know this was meta when Caldera first came out and Vanguard integrated in. This was meta. It died off because it got nerfed hard, and it's then being brought back now, and it still is a pretty decent gun. I just find it too inconsistent, really. It's really, really inconsistent, and I just can't get on board with how it is. Next up, we have the Bren. This one's a weird one because this is currently meta in Warzone. It's been nerfed twice now. No, sorry, it's been nerfed and then it's been buffed again by mistake. So I think it might have been nerfed at the time of this video. I might not too sure. I enjoy the Bren, but it's an LMG, so at the same time, I'm a bit like, I don't know. It's an absolute beamer. No, I dropped my first 20 bomb in Warzone with the Bren, so you know what? I'm going to put that in fun. Same concept as the Bren, really. It's an LMG meta. I don't really vibe with them all too much, but this one was good as well. It's hard to put where would you put it. This one was an absolute laser beam, the Bruin. I'm going to put it in fun as well, I think. Next up, Bullfrog SMG. This was meta, wasn't it? It's hard to think that remember that this was meta. Did I use it all that often? I don't think I used it all that often, you know. I liked it, but I don't think I really used it too much. I was put not fun at all. I don't recall having a blast with it or anything like that. So I'm gonna put it there. C58. I want to put that as meh. It's a bit like the AMAX again, slow firing, but a high damage profile. Got a lot of recoil, but for some reason I just never vibed with it. I don't know what it was about it. I never vibed with it. It come out at the same time as this one, which is the Cold War AK-47. This was meta, I'd say roughly around about the same time as the C58. However, I'm going to put this one in fun because I had a lot of fun with this meta. You can still get a lot of work done now in Warzone with it as well, so that's why I'm putting it at. Next up, we have the Cold War AUG. I'm going to put that straight away as not fun at all. The burst meta, once Cold War integrated into Warzone, was just horrendous. It was so bad. I remember trying to use it, and yeah, it was just, he just got beamed from across the map constantly. It was just one of those where I didn't really enjoy it that much, so I'm going to put that in not fun at all. Next up was a Cold War MP5. I'm going to put that in fun. Again, it's probably better. I preferred that SMG over the likes of the Bullfrog and stuff like that. I think it was a really, really good SMG, to be honest. I think it's still pretty decent now. And I always remember the Roman Standard blueprint for it as well, which was absolutely brilliant. It made the gun look so good. Yeah, it's definitely going there. DMR is going in worst. I didn't really use the DMR that much. I didn't play Warzone an awful lot when the DMR was meta, simply because I couldn't compete with it. I don't play on mouse and keyboard, and I don't have a controller with digital trigger, sorry. So because of that, it was hard for me to have the fire rate like pretty consistent. Obviously, I was using triggers on a controller, so I couldn't really like spam it as well as anyone else could. So yeah, I just didn't vibe with the DMR. I didn't really use it that much. Double akimbo double barrel. I think these are the Vanguard ones. I don't have them. I didn't have them leveled up. I still don't have them leveled up. And yeah, I just didn't use them basically. EM2. This is a weird one because I did like this one. I did like it. Where do I put it? I'm gonna put it in meh. I did like using it, but I didn't really. It just was one of them where I don't think I could vibe with it all that much. I'm gonna put that as meh. The FAL SMG again, fast fire and just worst. Like any single fire meta, I'm just not about. So yeah, worst. SMG FFAR, unreal. This gun was just probably one of the most broken guns. Other than TMR, I think this gun was just one of the most broken guns in Warzone history. And an assault rifle that you could wield as an SMG, it beat everything else up close. The movement speed you got when you EDS'd it was fantastic. Yeah, it's God. I had so much fun with it. It was brilliant. Yeah, it's God. Yeah. Next up, we have the FR56 shotgun. Now, this wasn't actually a shotgun. This was an assault rifle with a shotgun attachment on the bottom of it. This was a Modern Warfare gun. It was an assault rifle. It was a burst assault rifle, if I remember correctly. A bit like the FAMAS out of Modern Warfare 2, I think that's what it was. I didn't use it. I didn't have it leveled up, and I didn't use it, and I got nerfed hard. So, yeah, didn't use it, and that's just how it was. Next up, we have the Gallo. Again, didn't use. I don't use shotguns in Warzone often. I just haven't used the Gallo. Yeah, I maybe would have picked up all the floor loot even there, but didn't use it. Don't use them that often, so yeah, that's going to go in there. The Growl. This was a good gun. This really was a good gun. This one took forever to be nerfed as well, if I remember correctly. I'll put that in God. This was when Warzone really started to form a little bit into having a long range and an SMG. At the point of when it all first really came out, you would either run like an SMG or an assault rifle with an RPG. That was meta, and you'd use ghosts all the time. And by the time that this came out, yeah, people just were now sort of what we see today of having an SMG and then obviously the assault rifle or maybe a sniper and a sniper support, something like that. At this point, I remember using this without a scope. I think that was meta back in the day. When it first came out, was just use the iron sights because the iron sights on it was so clean, and the damage drop off just didn't really exist. So I remember using this as iron sights. Nowadays, I'll probably put a scope on it, but yeah, the Growl I had a lot of fun with. I really enjoyed the Growl. Next up, HDR. I don't really snipe all that often in Warzone. However, when I do, I wouldn't use the HDR. I have used it. I remember using it. I'm going to put it worse, to be honest. I remember using it with a thermal sight, because again, when Warzone first ever came out, back in March 2020, thermal sights on snipers was the thing to be able to like look long distance and see people. Thermal sights was a thing, and I did use my HDR for that. Jack 12, again, never used. Just a shotgun. I don't really use shotguns. Modern Warfare car, I'm going to leave that because I'm talking about that with the Swiss in a minute, so I'm going to leave that. Next we've got the Kilo, again one of my most favourite metas ever, that's going to God tier. The Kilo was played second fiddle to the M4E1 for quite a while, to be honest, and then all of a sudden the M4E1 got nerfed, and the Kilo became the main assault rifle, and basically it was just your standard run-of-the-mill assault rifle, very little recoil, fair damage rate, but it was really fun to use actually. I really enjoy using the Kilo, so yeah, I'm going to put Kilo in God tier as well. I had a lot of fun with it. The Krieg, this one got nerfed hard if I remember correctly. Did I have a lot of fun with it though? That's the question. I'm going to put meh for the Krieg. It was good, if I remember correctly, but I wouldn't class it as anything above meh. I wouldn't say it was as good as the Cold War AK-47 or the Bren or the Bruin. I don't really had much fun with it as that. I like the Krieg, but I didn't really vibe with it that much, so I'm going to leave it there. M41 I'm going to put in fun. I'm not going to put God, I'm going to put in fun. This was a great Warzone meta. It was a good assault rifle. I think it still is pretty decent to this day, now that everything sort of balanced itself out a little bit. I'm going to put that in fun. I enjoyed using it, again, very early on in Warzone. Mach 10, again, I'm going to put that in fun. I really like this SMG. I like SMGs that are fast firing and you can get a good movement speed with them. So, I mean, I know that is most SMGs, but this one was really good when it came out, and it was just, I think this one was unbeatable when it came out as well. So yeah, Mach 10, I'm going to put in fun, and nothing really much else to say on that one. The MG82, I forgot about this being meta. This was meta for like a day or two, and then it just was nerfed hard after that. Actually, it wasn't nerfed too hard. You could still get some work done with it. But it's an LMG meta, and this one you couldn't really put put a smaller mag on it. So I'm gonna put this not fun at all. Basically, this gun was just a laser beam. If you're not going to use this pre-nerf, basically you would just shoot and it would just beam. And you had like 100 rounds and 100 rounds in a magazine, or 100, probably more than 100 rounds, I think, maybe 125 rounds. Literally just as a laser beam, it would shoot straight. Didn't have to move anything. It had no recoil. So I'm gonna put it there. The only thing I let it down was it purely is an LMG, and it takes a while to reload. It's one of those where it's got you can't put a short mag on it or anything like that. You can with the Brennan the Bruin, but on this one you couldn't. So that's what let it down. Next up we have the Milano. I'm gonna put that not fun at all as well. I didn't really use it an awful lot, and when I did use it, didn't really vibe with it. It was very, very inconsistent for me. I didn't really find it all that great. It hit hard. I do remember being a really, really hard hitting SMG. However, just didn't vibe with it that much. MP40, I want to put in fun. This was, up until very recently, probably the most dominant gun in Caldera. Brilliant SMG. The damage range on it was absolutely broken when it first came out. It's been nerfed a little bit now. I think you still get some work done with it, but yeah, MP40, I had a lot of fun using it. I've had a lot of fun using it since Caldera came out and was integrated with Vanguard, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. Next up is MP7. Where to put it? I'm going to put that in meh, to be honest. The MP7, when this was kind of meta, I didn't really play Warzone an awful lot. In Modern Warfare multiplayer, I love the MP7. It's a great gun. It's great in Warzone as well, but I'm going to put it in meh, to be honest. I didn't really use it all that much. When I did use it, I wasn't using it properly. I was running around with like an RPG MP7. So yeah, I'm going to put it in there. Modern Warfare MP5, that's going straight at the top. Great SMG. One of the best SMG metas ever. You can build this out now to be, again, a great hipfire. You can also the different builds you can put on this is brilliant. You can have an ADS build, have a hipfire build, have one build where you can move around really quick. This was probably the all-round great SMG of Warzone, so that's why it's going to God tier. Origin, didn't use. Shotgun, didn't use. There's not enough to be said on that, really. The OTS, ooh, this is a good one. I'm going to put in meh. I'll tell you why. Because when this was meta, I was using the Cold War MP5 a lot more than the OTS. And it took me a while to get onto the OTS. And when I was using it, I didn't really vibe all that much with it. I don't know what it was. I liked it, but it wasn't revolutionary, you know what I mean? I think this for me was just, like, it wasn't, I wouldn't put it in the category of fun. I'd probably put it in meh. I did like it. You could get some work done with it. Meh maybe isn't the right word to be putting here, but yeah, you could get work done with it, but it's not the best. The R9, this was the Dragon Breath shotgun. I never used it. I didn't play Warzone. It was also dominant, but yeah, I didn't use it. It's just one of them where I just was not about it. Akimbo Renettis. I don't think I actually used these at all. I'm gonna put them there. Don't think I used the Akimbo Renettis. No, I definitely did not use the Akimbo Renettis. Next up we have the Akimbo Snake Shot. Oh, it's froze. Next up we have the Akimbo Snake. Next up we have the Akimbo Snake Shot. That's going straight in fun. These were just totally game breaking. Basically you could get ghosts off the rip, and these would just outbeam anything at close range. Shotguns, didn't matter if you were getting shot with it. If you got shot with these two, pre-nerf, these were unbeatable. It was so much fun to use as well. Alright, now we've got the Modern Warfare Car 98, and I've also got the Swiss here. So I want to talk about these a little bit, okay? So I'm going to put them both as meh, to be honest, okay? There's a reason why. There's a method to my madness, okay? So I don't snipe an awful lot in Warzone, okay? But what I don't get about Warzone, okay, is the fact of that this Modern Warfare car isn't a sniper rifle. It counts as a marksman rifle, whereas the Swiss is a sniper rifle. The problem that lies with it is that this car has pretty much the same damage profile as the Swiss. However, the Swiss has been nerfed, buffed, and it's recently been nerfed to have such a massive flinch on it for Warzone now. However, this Modern Warfare car has just never, ever been touched, ever. It's just always been this all-dominant sniper, and it's not even a sniper. I get you can get a lot of work done with it. It is fun to use when you do use it, but for me, I don't really use it all that often. But it is meh. It truly is. The fact that this has never been nerfed in Warzone history, but it has been nerfed. People complain about it, so they rebuffed it again. The fact that this has never really been nerfed is just mind-boggling, to be honest. Kimbo Saikovs. These were... I'm going to put that true even worse, to be honest. These didn't last that long again. I think they were DR2. I think I used them They weren't the best. Actually, they probably don't deserve worse, but I want to put them there as they're not fun at all. Like, I didn't really use them too much. They weren't the best, but yeah, they weren't anything great either. All right, next up we have the top break Akimbos. Again, didn't really use them all. I didn't use them at all actually. So they're going in there. Didn't use them. Don't know what they're like. I don't really even recall them even being meta at any point. To be honest, it's a bit odd that one. I don't really recall them being meta. Vanguard PPSH. Well, this one was meta. This was meta when it first came out. When Caldera first came out, this was meta. It was the all like beaten SMG. It got nerfed. And then a hipfire build was it. I think it got silently buffed again, and a hipfire build was put out across. You've probably seen loads of content creators and put them out. I never actually got to use it because I was out of the country and it got nerfed pretty much straight away after that. I did get to use it when it first came out. I didn't find it all that great. I'm gonna put not a lot of fun at all. I don't think for a range you couldn't really do much with it, but yeah, I didn't really like it all too much. Next up we got the well gun. I've been really using this recently. I don't know enough about it yet, but I'm gonna put it in meh. I don't know. It's weird. The ground loot one feels absolutely fantastic, and this one just doesn't. The ones that I build out constantly just doesn't really feel all that great. So I'm gonna put that in there. It might get better. That might change in the coming weeks. I think that is going to be the main meta SMG for the time being. It might change, but for now it's going in meh. And XM4, I want to put in fun. This one I enjoyed using in Verdansk when Cold War integrated. It was a very, very sort of slept on assault rifle. I enjoyed using it in Verdansk. I've never really used it in Caldera too much. It has recently undergone a little bit of a nerf, I think. But at the time of Caldera integrating, this gun is actually really good. You can get a lot of work done with it. So that is the list I've come up with. We've got the AMAX, FFAR, Grau, Kilo, and MP5, the Modern Warfare version in COD. The Modern Warfare version in God, not COD, in God. Next up, we've got Fun. We've got the Brain, Bruin, Cold War, AK, the Cold War MP5, the M4A1, the MAC-10, the MP40, the Akimbo Sneak Shots, which I thought were a lot of fun. I enjoyed using them. And the XM4. Next up in Met, we have the Automaton, or the Automaton, whatever you want to say it, however you want to say it. We then got the C58, EM2, Craig, MP7, because again I didn't really vibe with it too much. OTS, yeah, that's longs in there. The two snipers, one really shouldn't be a sniper, but is a sniper apparently. The Modern Warfare car and the Swiss and the Wellgun, not fun at all. For me, I just didn't vibe with the Bullfrog. Cold War AUG, I hated the burst map, it was horrendous. Not fun at all. This LMG, as we've already gone through. The Milano, yeah, just again. The Psychov pistols and the Vanguard PPSH didn't really get an awful lot of chance to use much of them, and when I did, I just didn't really vibe with them all much. And then the worst, we've got the DMR for the reason I already explained, the FAL SMG and the HDR. Again, I just would never touch those guns with the barge pole ever again. And then we've got loads of shotguns pretty much in that we did not use. This has been my breakdown of my favourite metas in Warzone. Obviously, this is just my opinion. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What was your favourite meta? And what was the meta you didn't like the most? And yeah, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.